Heyo everybody, Haku here with my review for Princess Principal Episode 4. Now, this one's a day later than usual. I usually plan to do these on Sundays, but the subs were a little bit late this week for whatever reason. So being that they were a little late, I just reviewed One Piece a day early and decided to push this back to today. And just throwing that out there if you were wondering what the delay was about. But either way, we start off with the invention of the floaty orb thing that we've seen Ange using, and I'm guessing from the guy that Dorothy meets with that's called a sea ball, presumably C standing for Cavorite, and the Commonwealth is going to steal it so that the technology cannot be in the hands of the kingdom. But since we've already seen this being used by Ange, we can assume that the Commonwealth already has this technology, so it's interesting to note that the Commonwealth already has more advanced Cavorite technology than the Kingdom, though the Kingdom's strength is apparently their air force, their force of airships that also use Cavorite, so they do seem to have some level of advanced Cavorite weaponry. But either way, moving along, the team naming scene was really cute. We see that they're practicing spy stuff, and Princess then gets them into the mine ceremony. They're infiltrating, of course, to steal the sea ball, and then we get a bunch of spy shit, but it's great. I love all the spy shit with, mainly Ange, Beatrice, and Dorothy mostly, and then Chise and Princess are off doing other things as well. So Fake Drunk Dorothy was really good. We've seen sort of her use similar methods before. It's kind of her place on the team. Then of course we have Beatrice's voice in disguise, and it's great the way she forgets to change it back or whatever for a little while. And then the princess speaks with the queen, who is her grandmother, and Chise apparently talks to this guy that she's there with. Her job here is to decide which place they should side with, whether it's the kingdom or the Commonwealth. And we kind of see where they're choosing, since Chise is allying with the main characters. So apparently the queen's not all that for it, but whoever the guy with her is, who seems like possibly her husband, because of the way they talk, but it wasn't really that clear, apparently he wants to marry off the princess as a pawn to make ties with Moscow, and I don't know if Moscow in this universe is its own country, if they're just referring to Russia, and Moscow being the capital where everything is run, since we don't really know the full totality of this universe yet. But then we get some more cool spy stuff with Ange that I really liked. She gets to the room, but it's empty, and she is very shook. She sees that the prototype is escaping by ship, so they all have to go and chase after it. Beatrice, to me, has become my favorite character. At first it was Ange, but now it's Beatrice. I think the moment that it hit me, and she became my favorite, was when they're driving and she's screaming and everything. Ange tells her, "Shut up," and then she turns off her voice, so you still see her screaming in the back seat, but there's no noise. That was my favorite thing. So yeah, Beatrice to me is my new besto. Then we have Princess's speech about how her life's on the line and everything, and I love how Dorothy started trusting her from that, so really just more building the characters and their relationship. More character revealed, a little bit more was revealed, but we still don't know really anything about it. The relationship between Princess and Ange, and it seems Ange is really Charlotte, but people think Princess is Charlotte, so I thought that maybe Ange is the real princess, and the princess we know is a fake princess that was put in her place. But then again, that doesn't... We just don't have enough information for me to make that jump, really. So yeah, we still don't know what's going on with them. And I love when they all burst in the room, all holding out their guns and whatever, or Chise her sword. And then when they all bust in, Beatrice just shaking, holding her cute little pistol, was the funniest thing. Beatrice is just my favorite by so much now. So finally at the end, they name their team Shirohato, or White Pigeon, and I love the end with Dorothy saying she's glad it's not gray. That was really, really good. So basically, I loved it again. It was still my favorite anime this season, I think, though I think Action Heroine Cheer Fruits is starting to give it a run for its money. That's really good too. But yeah, I loved this episode again. I thought it was really fun and exciting. The characters are great. So is the animation and the music. The production quality is way up. And really, there was a lot of content. There has been every episode. And the content that we're getting, it's really unique. This whole spy infiltration stuff and the way that the action is handled, it's really unique. I think the only thing it kind of reminds me of, and I've said this before, was 91 Days. It kind of reminds me of that in a bit of a good way. But yeah, I really like this once again, and for a score, I don't want to quite give it a 9 because it didn't really have that deep emotional connection to it. Like it didn't have any big defining moments like that for the series. So I'm going to give it very close to a 9, an 8.75 out of 10. 8.75 sea balls out of 10, I guess. So yeah, that was the episode. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like if you did like the video, and comment down there to tell me what you thought of this episode and what you thought of my thoughts on it and all that. Yes, subscribe, I suppose, for more Princess Principal and much more on the channel. Follow on Twitter if you want. I'll try to keep you updated there and stuff for the channel, and I can talk to you there if you want. And if you want a link to our Discord server, just ask and I can give you one. That's it, so thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you all next time.